All right, everybody. I want to talk to you about what the assessment is going to look like. Now, we've done a practice one, and we had Peter's sore throat, and for that one, we needed to take the dots, put them into Excel, fit a curve, and use that curve for Peter's throat infections. But for this one, okay, let's have a look. Now, biggest my biggest request to you guys is don't panic. It's going to look weird. It's going to look strange. But please breathe. Right, let's have a look at this thing. Okay. So, starts off nice and normal. All usual sort of assessment here. We have to apply graphical methods, use relational thinking, abstract thinking. All right. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? Okay, don't panic. Okay, it looks really weird, but don't panic. Okay, so if we could do an absolutely perfect assessment, you would end up with something looking like that. But we don't need to do all of it. Don't panic. Don't panic. Right, we just need to do two of these to pass. Two. And we've got, looking at my screen here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to choose from. And we need two. So don't panic. So the first thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and just get a few of those points. Because once I've got points, I can put those into Excel, I can do my curve, and I can feel a little bit happier. Don't panic. Just don't panic. All right, let's have a look at one of these. So I'm going to try and draw this curve here. So hopefully, here it is on my other page. So I'll get rid of that don't panic page. Don't panic. Okay. Let's save that. Okay, don't panic. All right, let's come back to here and we'll look at this. Oh, did I not get rid of it? Okay. Right, so my first curve, I'm going to do this one. No, I'm going to do some positive ones. Here's a nice positive one. Starts at 5 and I'm going to guess, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to guess 32. Looks like they go up in twos. 32, 33, 34, 34, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Yes, it goes up in twos. So this is 5 and 32. So I'm going to draw that on here. 5 and 32. There it is. There's a little dot. 5 and 32. All right, coming back to my assessment. I've got another point over here at 4 and, well, I'm guessing 31, 32. So I'm going to go with 32 again. So going back over here, I'm going to go 4 and 32. So there's another one of my dots. Ooh, that's good. I've got 2 dots. We need 3 dots. We can't do a curve with 2 dots. We need 3 dots. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So let's go back and have a look. All right. And here's one more dot at 4.5. And let's see, 30, 32, 30, 35. Okay, 4.5 and 35. So I'm going to go back over here, 4.5 and 35. So that is about there. So the very first curve I'm going to look at, remembering I only need to do 3 of these for, oh, that's not very smooth drawing, is it? For achieved is that one. So now I've got 3 dots. I'm going to my Excel. So I had 5 and 32. I had 4 and 32, and I had 4.5 and 35. Yay, I've got 3 dots. I can do a curve. Okay, going to highlight that. Going to insert a scatter graph, And there it is. Okay, it looks a little bit different on this one because we are really focused on here, but that doesn't matter because I want my 3 dots and I want to add a trend line. I'm going to move me over there for the moment. Yeah. Okay, let's add an equation and let's add my r squared. No, I don't want a straight line. I want a polynomial because it looks like a bit of a polynomial. Okay, now I've got an equation. Yay, I'm almost halfway there with my first graph. Okay, I could put this into Desmos, but I can already see what it is. It's a parabola. It's an upside down parabola, and the highest point on my parabola is at 4.5 and 35. So there's some features of my graph. So let's open up a report page. I guess we can go here. Let's do this one. So I'm going to maybe go in here. I'm going to, let's see, insert a page break. So I've got some space to do some writing. Okay. Graph number 1. Okay, so I had 4 and 32. With brackets around it to make it look like proper mass. I had 4.5 and 35, and I had 5 and 32. Okay, so there's my first 3 points. All I did was go to the Word document, which is I'm already in, and I had a real close look at my graph, and I just did my best guesstimation. If I'm doing excellence, I'll have to say my guesstimation was bad, or maybe I need better numbers, or something else about the guessing process there. But let's carry on for a nice achieved to start off with. Okay, what's the equation of that graph? Here it is. Let's drag that over there for the moment so I can get it a bit better. Highlighting. Control C to copy. Space, Control V to put it in there. And there's my first equation. Okay. So upside down parabola, peak at 4.532, which I'll put in brackets because it looks more like proper mass. Oops, 4.535. Okay, so there's my first part done. I'm halfway to achieving already. Oh, another really important thing, domain. Well, the only X values I'd used was from 4 to 5. Okay, so my domain, my X values that I used are from 4 to 5. Okay, I can breathe. Okay, I'm halfway there. Let's do another one. Okay, let's try and do something on the graph that's not a parabola. That looks like a parabola. That's a parabola. That's probably a parabola and a parabola. Let's do this one. Okay, so that dot there I already know is 5 and 32. So I'm going to go back to my Excel document here, 5 and 32. Okay, I can even draw it on my little drawing pad there. It's already there. Well, it's 4 and 32, isn't it? Oh, check my work. No, 5 and 32. So I did that curve first of all. Yes, 5 and 32. Okay, right. So it's already drawn there, 5 and 32. Okay, now I come all the way down to 0 and 0. Well, that's a nice easy place to draw. So I'm going to put a nice big dot in there just to draw it for myself. And I need one more place to do a curve. Okay, so 3 looks like it goes through 3 and about 7. So I'm going to call 3 and 7. Why 3 and 7? Well, it's about halfway along. So I'm going to go with 3 and 7. So if I draw it on here, 3 double checking my document. 3 and 7. Yep, looks like 3 and 7. 3 and 7. And this is going to be a really horrible curve because I'm drawing with a mouse, but I'll do my absolute best. So coming down to my 3 and 7. Whee! Okay, so there is my second line. Now I've done 2 lines. If I can do the 2 equations, I will achieve. Yay! Okay, let's give it a try. I'm going to go to Overtaking Excel. Okay, so I've got 0 and 0, and I had 3 and 7. Awesome. So highlight, insert, insert. Okay, right click, add a trend line. Okay, can't use a straight one. Don't want to use a polynomial because I've already done a polynomial. So I'm going to go, I'm going to have to go, see, I don't have enough points for an exponential and I don't have enough points for a power. So I'm going to have to go back and see if I can get one more point. Okay, not enough. So let's have a look. 4 and about 15. So let's try that one as well. Okay, 4 tab 15. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this graph. Goodbye. Okay, highlight, insert, points, dots. Okay, right click, add a trend line. Oh, still don't have enough points for a polynomial and exponential. Bummer. All right, let's see if I can find one more. Okay, 2 and about 3. So let's put that one into my Excel sheet. 2 tab 3. All right, do I have enough now? Whoops, get rid of that one. Bye. Okay, highlight, insert, graph. Okay, all right, fingers crossed. Right click, add a trend line. Oh, I know. Silly, Mr. Brian. Okay, you can't have a power or an exponential that goes through 0. They just hate it. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to call this 0.00001. Okay, pretty much 0, but it's not 0. All right, so let's have a look and see what happens here. Okay, we're going to get rid of that one. I know. Yay, now I'm allowed an exponential. Awesome. Okay. Exponential. Ugh. Okay, let's try power graph. Okay, doesn't like that one. Okay, let's try again. Add a trend line. Will a power graph work? Nope, does not like power graph. Okay, I'm stuck with an exponential. Okay, even though that's really rather not going to work nicely. Okay. Ew, that is a horrible exponential. Okay. What is the... No, 78%. It's not too bad. But, okay, it's a horrible... It doesn't look good. But I don't have to worry about looking good. At the moment, I just have to worry about it working. So, Control C. I fitted a curve. Going to go back over here to my report. Okay. So, Control V. There's my second equation. Okay, so my second set of points were 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And I had, what other points did I use? 532, 5 and 32. Let's see, what else did I use? 3 and 7. And 2, 3, and 4, 15. 4, 15, 2, 3. Bracket. Okay. And, I don't want to be in the power place. Okay, an exponential graph. Okay, it has been inverted. Usually exponential graphs go zoom, but ours goes the other way. Okay, so if I do it on here, normally an exponential graph goes this way. No, it doesn't. What am I talking about? Normally an exponential graph goes that way, so it's not inverted. Well, it's like I checked that. So it's not inverted. It is a normal exponential graph. Okay, it's just actually been moved down one place. Moved, because exponential graphs go through 2.71, which is the value of e, so it's been moved down. It's been moved down. Move down the y-axis. Okay. And lastly, my domain. What x values did I use? From 0 to 5. Okay. I have passed. I've got 2 curves. I've got domains. I've got, let's see, I've got 2 curves. I've described features. Oh, that's so good. All right, so those 2 lines are enough for me to get my achieved graph number 2. Okay, well, so that looked so scary, but it wasn't very scary at all. So I was able to do that little piece there, and that's this graph up here. And I was able to do this piece down here when I remembered I can't use 0 and 0 for an exponential because it just won't do it. Okay, so I really should have left that point out altogether. Okay, so there is a scary looking assessment made hopefully not so scary, and it's taken me maybe 10 minutes of work to pass that. Okay, I'm going to send you one, not this one, and you have to do the same thing because our real assessment looks more like this than like Peter's throat infection. So cross your fingers, don't panic, be okay, have a go. All right, so ask lots of questions, give it a try, and you will be fine. So that will do us for now, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye from the dark side.